Lords and ladies, no one's in the Twitch yet, or there were before, but I've seen that Ghosty is ready, so I'm going to start now. So welcome to my street, 5 years later, with your host, Jake Butter. All right, and and also, let's welcome our illuminated guest. Hold on. Our second illuminated guest, Ghosty.
Like, if I'm your second illuminated guest, then who's the first?
It was me because I pressed the like button. Look.
Oh,
Right.
but
yes.
you're the one hosting. You can't also be a guest.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. I guess my second personality.
I thought for a second, like, Aiden Gremlin in here first.
I wasn't a call with Aiden before, but then he said he was leaving for a while, and then that was it. So we were kind of just like waiting, prepared for this to start. I don't know. Oh well, I guess we'll go ahead. The guest I have, the chat people have left, so I don't know what's going on today. But then again, I guess it's going to be a slow one for now.
Did you seriously just wait until I got back to
Not entirely, but I was just like, oh well, you know, I don't want to wait for too long, so I'm just gonna start now, because normally you're like, oh, let me in. So of course I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do this quickly.
Yeah, normally I just gribble my way in here, except now I was expecting to be here, so I actually put in the effort to look presentable.
Fair enough. Okay, then.
As opposed to yesterday where I looked like a rabid raccoon.
Yeah, even though it was your idea to also be okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Okay, we'll see.
I'm moderately decent now.
Yeah. Oh well. By this point, I guess anyone who's watching the VOD on YouTube later, let's see what. How do you think Ghosty looks compared to last time? If indeed I post them in order, because clearly this around the same time I'm still failing at doing that. So you never know.
I look less depressed, in my opinion.
Fair enough. That's good. Yeah. And speaking of people who are less depressed, today we're going to start with My Ears and Tail after Aphmal's pain has somewhat subsided, and now the case is she's gone and reverted into internal screaming, according to the comments. Because this video has quite a lot of comments that are very interesting.
Let me guess. This episode is very received mixedly.
Well, I don't know. It's well, I mean, I can't really tell anymore thanks to YouTube's features, but actually, no, people are just commenting some really interesting things. Like, for example, Jung Hee said, "A boyfriend that can cook, literally every girl's dream." You know, your classic comments. Also, Aesthetic Mummy says, "Back here after 4 years of seeing this. I was maybe 11 to 12 years old watching this back then. Now I'm 17 going on 18.
Nice.
Yeah, but something hasn't quite gone right there.
Like, maybe it's been like 3 years, honey. If you're like, you're not that young. You weren't that young, and you're so little.
Either you weren't that young, or you've managed to write your own age down currently wrong. I don't know how that works. Anyway.
You know, unless you're a time traveler.
Yeah, I suppose.
I watched this when I was 8 years old 5 seconds ago, but then I sped up my own bodily metabolism to age a couple of years, and now I'm 14.
That's how it works. Yeah. To be fair, I'm pretty sure that Amy did something similar in the Archie comics of Sonic. Anyway, so yeah, Kitty Perry says, "Oh my god, everyone is at Starlight. I remember the times when they would talk about how hard it is to get tickets." Yeah, me too. Yeah. But one of my favorite ones is Lila, who says, "I wish I had a boyfriend like Aaron. I wish I had a boyfriend in the first place."
Same want a girlfriend, but I want a girlfriend.
Okay.
I'm not about that hashtag heterosexual influencer lifestyle.
Yeah. NEC says, Caitlin, you're doing better. Aphmau, internal screaming. That's why I said the internal screaming thing. Yeah. And last one, Rio. Long story. Oh wait, no, actually, no, I'm not gonna read that one because that gives away part of what happened in the episode. Okay, never mind. We're starting this now without further distraction on with the reaction.
How are you doing?
Hungry.
I'll make you something to eat.
Oh, this is where the boyfriend can cook thing came from, I'm guessing. Even though it should be common knowledge that Aaron can cook, considering the competition season 3, but I guess season 4 got new people involved.
She's calmed down a bit since
come
last
on,
night.
we can't forget one of the
Hopefully
few
the pain is
times
starting
in
to-
canon Aaron and Aphmau got competitive with each other.
Yeah, true. But and of course we can't forget the first time they got competitive with each other, which was of course the house decorating competition where Aphmau legitimately said she wanted to marry Aaron in season 1.
Subside.
She has awoken.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I like that ear thing. It's great.
Babe, you shouldn't be out of bed.
We haven't. I like the fact that we're not framing the ears yet. All these shots have been like low, except for this one that's like somewhat cropped them out.
I'm hungry though.
How are you feeling?
Still hurting a lot. But I feel like I can move around.
Are you sure?
I mean,
I'm guessing this is going into the four stomachs thing that they mentioned before
Like-
about how werewolves. Not the four stomachs thing. I think it was like, oh yeah, werewolves have like a much larger appetite or something.
Like, yeah. Also, like, why is she still in her Why is she still in her bathing suit? Like, if this was my girlfriend, I'd get her like some sweatpants, maybe a t-shirt.
Maybe she was just like, it's like no time to get changed, must eat. I don't know.
it's not as unbearable as it was before. I can feel my strength picking up. But
What's
still,
wrong?
like,
Are you still
Aaron
in
knew
pain?
she'd be in
Are
some
my
like
ears-
physical duress. Why not, prepare for that physical duress ahead of time with some hashtag comfortable clothing?
I mean, he didn't even prepare for the fact that Aphmau had an arrangement with Caitlin on the day after he decided to turn her.
isn't Tail supposed?
So this is the thing, Ghosty. I've been saying this for the entirety of season 5. No one can plan anything in this season. Like, I'm pretty sure that maybe like one person was able to do something proper, maybe like Melissa, I guess. But like apart from that, basically all of the plans have failed.
Oh my god.
Also, hi, Pretty Plays. You could attest to this. All the plans in the season have failed. Every time someone makes a plan, it does not go well.
Like this?
Well, your tail makes sense. When werewolves are puppies, their tails look like that.
They do?
I mean, yours didn't apparently, but there you go.
Like
Yeah.
when werewolves are
And your
puppies,
ears-
they are corgis.
Oh my word. You know, I'm surprised that Aphmau hasn't done that. Just like having a werewolf puppy somewhere that looks like a corgi. Or you know what? She could actually have done like different types of werewolf in the sense that they mimic the characteristics of like different breeds of dog or something. Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
that wouldn't be wolves
because,
then,
like,
would it?
What
That
would be
that wouldn't
funny
be
is that
wolves. Never mind.
what would be funny is that different breeds of dogs actually have different temperaments. One thing
Yeah,
I've
true.
played,
I just realized that doesn't make sense because there wouldn't be wolves.
yeah. Also, one thing I've played around with, especially with dog humanoids, is a dog humanoid having a temperament of the dog they're based on. Like, I'll explain it later.
No, you don't need to. It makes sense.
I mean,
yeah,
this
very
is the
good,
first
don't
time
mind.
I've ever known someone to be bitten by an Ultima. We had no idea what might have happened.
Well,
Which,
yeah, you
again,
had some
seems
idea.
like something you should have known about. Ah.
Yes. Someone been by an Ultima. I totally didn't think about how much pain she might be in before. That totally didn't come up in an episode like 1 second before this interaction even happened.
Yeah, I know. It's like it didn't have time to properly internalize that. Actually, I don't know if you mentioned the pain before that scene at all. Actually, so
yeah,
like, oh yeah, sure, I can do a little bit of pain. That's fine.
Okay, Jacob. He was thinking about it on the beach. He was thinking, oh, if Aphmau saw my eyes, she'd be in horrible physical pain.
And die, yes.
And then he bit her.
Uh-huh. Yeah, well...
Horrible physical pain.
You know, I did actually... people could play about the She-Hulk trailer a while ago. I actually finally saw that. It actually finally made its way to the UK, apparently. And so the She-Hulk trailer, I know there's one line in particular where it's like, oh, you may experience, like, extreme pain and like, you know, outrage of emotion, anger versus something. And then she goes... And they say something along the lines of, I don't know, something that's like how it's like to be a woman anyway, base experience, something, blah, blah, blah. I'm just picturing that now. You know, Marvel's ruined this scene for me.
Hey, don't worry about it. You're not done with your transformation yet, so let's keep our ears up until then.
Let's keep our ears up, really? Really, Aaron?
God,
really?
Okay,
This
let's
man.
take a second to appreciate that pun for a second.
I mean, it is Aphmau he's saying it to. I think normally she'd be fine with it, but, you know...
Normally she'd be fine with it if she wasn't in excruciating pain and not wearing sweatpants. Get this lady some sweatpants!
I mean, hey, guess what? Food's ready! Come on, let's get you something to eat.
Okay.
Like, that brings up the question. What happens to Aphmau's human ears when she becomes a werewolf?
They just like slowly make their way up her skull, like that.
Ah, that's horrible to think about. I thought like the cartilage and everything just like fused into the side of your head, and then like new ears grew up, not the moving.
I mean, the thing is that there's this the process of like they talk about how like her bones are rearranging or something. So I would imagine, you know, the ears have a lot of bones in them. So
No, ears don't have any bones. In fact, that's why they don't show up on skeletons. Ears are like cartilage and skin. But what happens to the holes?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The holes just, I mean, either they rearrange or they would have to patch themselves up, both of which sound horrendous.
Oh, I have 2 holes at the side of my head. This is where my human ears used to be.
Like a permanent scar. It's like, huh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Guess we should have done more research. And I was like, you have scarred me permanently.
Now we have what looks like natural lighting.
Melissa?
I don't have any windows. The only window I have in my room leads to my basement staircase.
Well, you know, this is a time where I must quote Dragon Ball Z Abridged again. Oh God, natural light. Have you seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged?
I wasn't a fan of Dragon Ball Z to begin with.
You don't need to be. With basically with any abridged series, you don't need to be a fan of the source material to appreciate it.
Yes, just like Sword Art Online Abridged, where I absolutely hate Sword Art Online and wanted to beat it with a foam baseball bat.
Well, there you go. In fact, you know what? Yesterday, I actually watched all of Goblin Slayer Abridged. I have never seen Goblin Slayer in my life, and now I want to check it out. But I definitely think that the Goblin Slayer himself has been altered quite significantly. So I'm not sure what I'm in for.
Hello?
Hey, baby brother. How ya been? Enjoying your time alone with Aphmau?
Of course. We've only
Can
been
I
gone
say-
for 4 days.
Well,
I
you
like-
must have been.
In the season in general, I like Melissa.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean-
know. She's taking this season to be the child she never could be.
yeah, she's being vacation Tenzin.
Been busy for the past 2 because I've been calling you and you haven't answered.
You have? Oh, yeah. I've been super busy with, things.
Uh-huh. Well,
Yeah, he's
I'm
been
looking forward
cooking
to all
us
the
now
little
fancy meals.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I can just like imagine an alternate scene where, you know, Aphmau and Aaron talked about their problems and she didn't become a werewolf and he was like, "You want to help me prepare some ultra fancy meals?" And she was like,
Yeah.
"Hell yeah, as long as I get to sample every one of them."
I just realized something. Melissa actually, the way that Aaron phrased that question, I think I know what Melissa's response is going to be to Aaron saying he's been occupied with other things with Aphmau. I'm going to see if I'm right. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't trust Melissa.
nephews and nieces running around.
Melissa!
Yep, there it is. There it is. Of course.
Babies aren't born that fast, Melissa. You need to give it some time.
Oh my word. You know, maybe Melissa will end up being more the child she never got to be whenever there's nephews and nieces running around for real. She'll just become the fun aunt at that point.
Ugh, why are you calling?
Well,
That
I'm
could be
calling
really
because I
interesting
wanted to let you know
dynamic.
that you and Aphmau owe me a trip to the haunted house. And
Which you've already been to.
we're all coming back to the resort tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, sorry to spring that up on you all of a sudden.
Mhm.
But we've
Wha-
already done a
what?
lot here
What?
at Starlight Adventure Park.
Excuse
Which we
me.
never got to see. Fantastic.
Oh,
So
so wasn't it like a day's trip by boat to the actual like park?
I mean,
And a
yeah,
day-
it's not,
And
they're not very quick.
they're not very quick, but she's docked and calling saying, "Hey, we'll be there tomorrow," even though it takes a day's trip to go from here to there.
Yeah, which makes me wonder as well, how much distance are there between each island, or how slow are the boats? Because that is very hard to manage if that's the case. No wonder their leader has to be a supernatural creature.
we decided to head back to the resort. Gonna rest for a few days, pick you guys up, and then head on over to the real Starlight Park.
But Melissa, you can't!
Why not?
Because there's supposed to be like a billion other islands. Go to one of those.
Because...
like- You know, because it's implausible with the timeline Aphmau has set up that you'll actually be there tomorrow. It'll at least take you like 2 days, or at least a day to get there in order to pick them up. You know, unless you've went to one of the closer islands like beforehand. But the background does not show that.
Yeah, also you could just as easily go straight to the main park and just tell Aaron that's what you're doing, so that then he can make his own way there, and you save yourself 2 boat trips.
She's living the dream that children couldn't get usually.
Just let that child and get access to nice meals and stuff at the same time. The dream that children couldn't get usually. Well, there you go. That's a statement on parenting right there.
Kissing Aphmau right now!
There was a comment about this as well. The fact you're kissing a potato, of course.
Oh, why the potato? I get it. But it would be hilarious if you picked up like a piece of toast or something.
Nah, then he'd have to be late for school and rush with it still in his mouth.
Aww. Well, I wouldn't want to interrupt that. But seriously, we have to come back. You can't hog Aphmau all to yourself.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
couldn't-
know you
yeah,
care
you
about your brother less than Aphmau apparently.
You care about your brother. Yeah. Melissa wants to get some of that Aphmau time in.
Oh, that's not where I was going with that at all. But okay, now it's in my head. Great.
We'll see you soon, little bro. Mom, guess what?
Oh, this is bad, this is really...
Oh yeah, I forgot Rachel's keeping like tabs on them as well and how much they make out. there was that one scene where she comes in, like she leaves and I like opens the door again. I was just like, I want to be a grandmother, and then leaves it.
Really bad.
Like, when did Aaron's mom turn into Aphmau's mom? And when did Aphmau's mom turn into Aaron's mom?
That is a good question, actually. They hated each other. They became each other.
3. I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure.
That really got you. Okay.
Or I could be someone else.
I was like, this is gonna die down soon, but no.
F.
I'm thinking
We
about
have a problem.
I'm thinking about how I phrased getting some of that Aphmau time in.
Oh yeah, exactly. It was like, wow.
Like,
That-
I
that
didn't
image-
mean it to phrase it so I didn't mean to phrase it so weirdly.
Well, I don't know. Melissa gets shipped with women constantly.
They got
So-
hit by the Aphmau ray, obviously.
Oh, is that the ray that all the Phoenix Jump High boys got hit by?
And I don't want you to panic.
Is it because of my ears and tail?
That you don't want her to panic? Oh, right. It's like, oh yeah. By the way, you're not done transforming. They're gonna itch for like 10 days or something like that. I was gonna say that.
I mean, maybe they aren't done yet. Like the eggs.
Oh yeah, we still haven't seen them fully. Is that gonna be like a full reveal? That they're just gonna keep her out of the loop, and it's gonna be like, oh no, it's gonna look
Bro,
horrendous. People are like, oh,
We're gonna keep it constantly zoomed in on her face.
all right.
I don't like soggy eggs. And
Oh,
Weren't you just eating soggy eggs?
maybe I used too much milk. Yeah, well, that's not the point. F. Everyone's headed back here.
What?
We're gonna have to teach you how to hide your ears and tail.
now? But they aren't even.
We're gonna have to figure something out. Explaining this to everyone isn't gonna be easy.
It's not. But we knew that
Why
when we
don't you
decided
just-
this.
Say them plainly that, hey, we both decided to make the decision as a couple to become one with each other.
To become one with each other. What are they gonna do? They're gonna do metamorph fusion or something.
Well, obviously, to understand your boyfriend, you have to become them.
Yes. No, just that one time that Aphmau was like, Aaron, I want you to be my alpha. He's like, oh, fair enough then. Fusion. Ah!
We did, but for now, let's not worry about what the others are gonna think. Let's just focus on trying to figure out what we're gonna do to hide them in the meantime.
Well, how
Let's not focus on the others. Let's try to focus on you hiding them for the sake of the others.
can I hide them like you do?
Well, it's hard to explain, but... Okay, first,
Imagine yourself without them.
Yeah.
Bam.
You use your new muscles along with the cartilages to just like fold.
take a deep breath. Calm your mind and relax your heart.
She's still seeing the family.
Next, visualize putting your ears down.
Wait,
You know, the way you do when you twitch them.
I just got my ears. I haven't been able to even move them.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, I forgot.
Are you okay?
It's not easy for me to explain. I just got my ears a year ago, and honestly,
No, you didn't.
I had a hard time learning how to put my ears away.
You did?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not explaining it right.
Make a start explain, don't worry.
Maybe you don't have to explain it. I have an idea. Wait here.
F!
that was a dumb idea.
I'm okay. I need to move around.
Carry her up.
You
the
should
stairs.
go lay down.
Carry her up
No.
the stairs.
Trust
Carry
me.
her up the stairs.
It feels better to move around in pain than to just lie down in it. It makes my muscles feel better.
I can weirdly
But
see
you
that,
are right.
actually.
I shouldn't move too fast.
Except for the fact that it's not, yeah, but not for all pain. But I can really see it for some pain because I've recently like I said before, like my legs both became like super stiff at one point while I was there. I was on holiday, and then my left foot decided to swell up. That pain definitely was not aided by walking, but yeah, this one would be.
You guys gave me a visual time lapse. I mean,
Make the characters being combined into one character. I know a meme of that with Aphmau and Aaron. I mean, people just want to see what their child is going to look like, even though we've already seen Alina, so we already know the answer to that question.
I just want to get something from upstairs.
Tell me what you need and I'll go grab it.
Just my bag. It has a few things I want to try in it.
I'll get it. You stay here.
What on earth is wrong with that fountain? Look at that. Like all of the marble or whatever is made out is like crumbling alongside it and it's just overflowing. That is terrible.
that's gonna get all up inside of that hardwood and
Babe,
it's going to rot.
are you okay? You've
They
been in
should
there
get
for a
that
while.
fountain fixed.
Yeah, well, too bad they're not letting anyone in the house.
Yeah, just trying to find... got it!
Huh?
I guess we just had another Aphmau clothes reveal. Oh, look at that! Somebody using a hat to hide wolf ears underneath. I wonder where I got that idea from.
Babe, that looks cute.
That hat
but
reminds me of
also
Numbers 2
ridiculous.
from Codename Kittens Next Door. Not gonna lie. It is a cute hat, though.
Yeah, but according to Aaron, also ridiculous.
Why?
Your ears booped out.
They are? Well,
But that just adds
I
to the
mean,
appeal of
I
the
tried-
hat.
Actually, yeah, but as far as Aphmau goes, yeah, why not?
Yeah, like, there are actual, like, there are actual hats made like this. That's really
Yeah, it's
cute.
not like Aphmau has never worn fake werewolf ears before.
Like,
it's not-
I wanted to mention that.
Oh,
You know,
no.
since we have the whole Aphmau werewolf and racism allegory, is
We
I-
had a whole discussion about that when
I know, but we're still kind of having that discussion because this is one of the 2 seasons where it gets the most focus for some reason.
Yeah, this is why I keep inviting Mo to the stream.
Would buying fake werewolf tails and air what?
And air, yeah, fake tails and air. No, fake tails and ears, yes.
Would those be considered?
Yes, well, I posed this question to Monet because, in my opinion, yes, and everyone else on the stream said the same thing. But then afterwards, I was like, okay, so this is the scenario here, and this is what, and I sent like a clip. I clipped the part where Aphmau reveals that, and then like instantly she was like, there's the like her reply was just like put completely bluntly, that's like blackface. Like, thank you, thank you. That's
It's
what I
like,
meant.
honey, I don't know where you would buy wolf ears and tail in this universe, but obviously they're not available at any normal retail store. Or at least I hope not.
I mean, she was so embarrassed that she had them that she rushed back. So I don't know. Then maybe she'd even trust a delivery person not to ask any questions. I don't know.
Like, maybe it's a kink thing.
If anything, that's worse. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe it's almost worse. I don't quite know. I haven't thought about that before, but can you just imagine
Like,
that?
we do know that there are people who romanticize werewolves in this universe.
Yes.
So maybe
That does happen for like actual different ethnic groups in the world. So this
this conversation just got uncomfortable really quickly.
Yes, like imagine if your partner came in just like completely altered them. It's like, what have you done? Like, you like what you see? No, I do not.
I heard you like Russian girls, da.
I have missed you.
Them in.
I don't think anyone's gonna fall for that. We may have to get you a better hat.
I don't know about that, Aaron. It's a pretty cute hat.
Okay, why on earth is it that any of the werewolf characters all cannot hear anything when someone's saying something to them next to them, but Travis can hear something that Aaron is saying at normal volume away from him while he's arriving at a distance?
Also, like, how did Aaron not hear him coming, even though we've just, like, asserted in this same episode that Aaron can hear someone coming down a flight of stairs in a separate room?
Yeah, because no one can hear anything. The only thing that Aaron can hear with his ears is Zaphmal's heartbeat. That's it.
Like, Aaron must have, like, a cat and goat wax plugging his ears at all times.
Yeah, I don't know. Or whatever's going with Leon Tarkshin at the moment, because he apparently was cleaning his ears at one point and has actually damaged one. I keep telling him go to a pharmacy, but he won't listen.
Ah! Sheesh. Sorry, I startled you guys. I hope you don't mind, but I let myself in. You know, since there's a giant door there.
Maybe next time use the front door!
Is that not the front door?
Why? Were you guys in the middle of something?
Maybe.
Oh, I see. Then I'll just cut to the chase of what...
There.
I mean, I think everyone is jumping to the same conclusion. Like, they've got a really good cover-up if they don't want anyone to disturb them. They just say they're making out and no one bothers them because they ship them so much.
I'm here. I wanted to see if you guys had heard about the luau going on tonight. I kind of figured you guys might
You heard about the what?
have,
The
because,
luau.
well,
What is a luau?
Essentially, when a bunch of people go to a beach resort like this, or a beach in general, they throw a party, which is basically a banquet with food and dancing.
Okay, I've never heard that term before, but fair enough. Well, I see, clearly I have 5 years ago, but you know.
it's like literally outside. So I was...
Jail.
We could all,
Don't
like,
let him
go
see
together,
it.
Since Caitlin said she didn't get to spend any time with
Oh, look at that! Somebody's gonna have to hide their tail when someone's seeing them in public. I wonder if anyone's complained about this and has been like, "Oh, there's no way that someone would not be able to see this, even if they're looking at them from head on and they're not actually seeing them in profile, like in normal situations." You know, this isn't even profile. I'm talking about something else clearly right now. Anyway,
Actually, there's a really easy cover-up that they're not using.
go ahead.
Like, they could just say that Aphmau went to a specialty store and got these items.
Which is not even a lie because she did do that at one point. Yeah, no, I was saying that because people complained to me in episode 1 of the Mutant Girl that in the angle that they saw the characters from, that Morwenna behind the tree, that Julius and Reyna would have seen the tail before it got revealed. Even though I explained that because it's filmed in profile, because that's how gacha works. If you turn it head on, Morwenna will be facing them in front, and she'll have to hide the tail behind herself as well as the tree. The tree was for the audience.
Just don't turn
Also,
around.
because her
Whatever
skirt
you...
gets longer every season, I've thought of the possibility of her just pushing her tail under her skirt.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I always thought that they'd be too big for that, but also because Gacha won't let me do that. Yeah, I think evolution is being selective with which werewolves hears better or worse. I don't think there's a sense of normal hearing in this universe. Yeah, not even werewolves, just humans in general. But
yeah,
yes.
but I know, but why do humans have better hearing than most werewolves? Actually,
know.
all werewolves.
I don't know. No one can hear anything if somebody starts talking about them right next to them. So.
You Joe.
Hey, are you guys listening to me?
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, right. Sorry, it completely slipped my mind. How are you feeling, Aphmau? Caitlin told me that you had to cancel on your plans because you weren't feeling too hot.
I'm, still recovering,
I'm surprised tries to make a joke about feeling too hot right there.
but better.
That's good to hear, which is why I figured this luau would be perfect for you, since if you don't feel good, your house is, like, literally right next to it.
Luau?
Yeah, it's
Not
going on this
really,
evening,
like-
and
If I was a person in excruciating pain, why would I want to go out in public?
Well, he doesn't know about the excruciating pain necessarily. We just heard that she was like sick.
Like I said, it's literally
even
right
then,
outside on the.
If you're sick, do not go out and touch people. That's how you like spread diseases.
Yeah, I mean that's not even just a COVID thing. That was a general advice.
Beach. So
Like,
if you
and
start
in
feeling
Ottawa,
sick,
where there's going to be like tons of open food, fire, dancing. That is literally a hotbed for spreading the cold.
Yeah. Or anything else. Yeah, there's a reason I never actually went to any clubs outside of first year.
getting home isn't a biggie. I wanted to invite you guys to join me and Caitlin. I just want to hang out, catch up.
Oh, Travis, I don't...
This is also a big thing for me because Caitlin's really taking a shine to you, Aaron. That's a big step for her. And
it is a big step, Michael is correct in this instance.
And I just want to support her.
I understand, but...
We'll go.
Wait, huh? Really?
What?
Yes, we'll go.
Perfect.
I like the way that Michael is basically like interfering in the script in the way that would always like make it so that the person would do what they want. Just like, here's the logical way to do that. Michael is me editing a Fallen Angel script, basically.
Perfect.
Michael
I'll
is
see you guys then.
Also editing the first of 2 Monster Compendium scripts. The second of which I want to show you here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's like, why on earth would this...
Why on the earth would you hand me this toddler 5 seconds after I've met you?
It's like, oh no, we don't... My sister and I are alone. We don't trust strangers. Here, have the altar.
Don't worry, I'm using the right door this time.
Yeah. What was that sound effect?
Are you
You
sure about
use
this?
the right door to begin with. They are your friends, but they can still charge you for breaking and entering.
I mean...
In your condition, and not only that, your ears and tail.
If he had said that it was somewhere on the island, I would have said no. But a beach party right outside? That's perfect.
To be honest, you probably hear the party and still be annoyed by the people anyway.
Plus, we're already in this deep. There's no turning back now.
I know.
Actually, there is. You can... Aaron's proven you can turn back.
The fact is that if we plan to hide this, we have to get used to dealing with this kind of situation.
In fact, we've also figured out that changing back from being a werewolf has no physical side effects.
Yeah.
However,
Exactly.
changing into a werewolf has all the physical side effects.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's because like your bones rearrange to become a werewolf, but then they don't alter at all to become a human. I don't know. Maybe.
At least until I can hide my...
Does that mean...
Except for maybe your ears. I don't know what happened with Ian's ears there. Maybe they just went. They did the opposite. They went like that.
Wait, does that mean that humans and werewolves have similar bone structures?
I think they're quite different because of the way that this is all, all the pain and all the rearranging and everything. But I'm guessing the werewolf transformation back into human doesn't alter that. They just kind of stay with the same frame.
Actual ears and tail.
You're right. I'll get you more pain meds. Come on, this way.
Thanks,
You should
Aaron.
also maybe get her a crutch.
Huh?
or a
Where did
cane
your
or
tail
something.
go?
Maybe that might be too obvious.
I tucked it into my dress while Travis was here.
Is that painful?
Everything is painful right now, Aaron.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I bet that hat is
Let's just laugh
excruciating
it off
then.
for now.
like you're doing so much better.
She's
Ah, that's why the internal screaming thing was mentioned in the comments a couple of times.
a little exhausted, so...
I
It
gotcha.
was actually in the episode. You know what? You know what? There we go. That gets my Levi drink. Internal screaming.
I have a glass of water that's been sitting out for 24 hours.
Well, lucky for you, water doesn't go bad.
It's
Never
lemon
mind. I
cucumber.
count it does.
We'll
It's
take it
lemon
easy then.
cucumber water. It's lemon cucumber water.
Hey, you want to go in the water for a bit? Sometimes that relaxes me.
Not anymore. It's not. It's now pickle water.
I'd love to.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna go grab some food. Care to join me, Aaron?
Sure. Are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. I'll scream if I need anything.
Alright. Go with Caitlin.
Excellent.
Hey, Travis. I think I'm gonna go look for drinks instead.
Oh, hey, that's actually a good idea. I'll grab extra food then.
Thanks.
Fill yourself with a beer at the luau.
Oh yeah. I wonder actually, would alcohol have helped in this instance or not? I don't know. Maybe it would delay it delays the brain signals. Maybe the brain wouldn't process the transformation quickly enough. I don't know.
Well, what you're asserting is D&D logic. My infected leg won't hurt much being cut off if I'm really, really drunk.
Okay.
You're
Alright.
asserting that, hey, maybe the process of becoming a werewolf would be more tolerable if I drank this whole barrel of grog first.
Yeah, that was like, but it also would take a lot longer because again, delayed responses. Who knows?
Like you'd be like, oh cool, I'm a werewolf now, but I'm also really drunk. And then later, it's like this person lays down to go to bed, and it's like, oh Jesus, oh sweet baby Jesus.
Oh, speaking of D&D, by the time this video goes on YouTube, we may have done this already. But at the moment, the people of the Butter Bunch are planning to do to do a D&D campaign or a tabletop of any sort campaign, and we need somebody to host it because we want to be the 4 Butter Bunch people as the party, as the players. Would you be up for that possibly?
I would, but right now I'm embroiled in too many lengthy parties.
I see. Fair enough.
That's a cute hat. Here,
I am imagining though, actually, like that scenario of like someone asking to amputate your leg after they like drink and it's like, yes, now I'm not gonna feel anything. It's like, yes you are. It's like, just do it. Why do you never listen to me? I hate you so much. Just cut off my leg. Yeah, no, they just like start like really probably like insulting them with drunken slurs, and the person's like, you know what? On second thought,
Like the leg is infected and unusable anyway, but you know they need to get it checked. You just do it out of spite now.
yeah, and also Twitch, just in case. This is talking about a hypothetical tabletop RPG situation. This is not sound medical advice.
yours look adorable on you.
Really?
Yeah. Huh?
Nothing. I just...
Aphmal's real-life high school self that wore kitty ears to school every day is thinking now.
I'm happy you went out with Aaron, Caitlin.
What? Why?
You and Aaron, I mean, let's face it, your relationship is pretty much... I mean, you guys never really talked to each other. Even before the whole you finding out he was a werewolf thing.
Well, yeah, that's
That's mostly because Aaron didn't talk to anyone.
true. He just always seems so standoffish.
You can be that way sometimes too.
Yeah,
about to say.
you're right.
But I can tell you're trying.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Caitlin, the person who hid in her room the entire time a party was happening and locked the door so she didn't have to host people, should not be telling others that they come across as standoffish.
to change that. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for trying to make a change in yourself.
And okay, fine, granted, she has actually evolved that. In fact, her relationship with Travis in general is actually proof of that.
Just don't know if it's the right change. It feels good, but different.
It is different, but I think the big thing with change is whether or not you want this kind of change.
Heck yeah, Aphmau, encourage you to be social. That's more like it. I love that message. Talk to people.
Yeah, I do.
Then that's
That is
all
a
that
decent
matters.
message.
Well,
Another 10 serious Raphael's message of forgive and forget, even if they did some really horrible things to you.
Yeah, you know that I think that's really like, Monet actually mentioned that with Raina and Julius recently about how she thought it'd be more interesting if Raina didn't join the friendship group back again. I was like, I see what you mean, but also like the horrible things argument there basically boils down to, oh no, Julius got excluded a couple of times and Raina was dumb and didn't think about that. That's like minor. In comparison to what Felix did, that's nothing.
that and Travis too, since he's close in your life right now.
Yeah, that's right. I forget. Everyone thinks we're dating right now. Are we in that deep?
Well, hello, nurse.
I mean, some would say if you're not dating, then you're not in deep enough in this case. But that's
Did someone
Someone else
say
can make that
hello,
joke.
nurse?
Huh?
Excuse me, darling.
Oh.
May I ask you,
well,
excuse,
not everyone knows that you're dating someone.
did it hurt?
Like, excuse me for a
Did what?
second. Why does Caitlin always attract the cat people?
You know what? Good question.
Like, you want to know the missed potential with Mifa? As opposed to werewolves
Everything.
who are wolves, Mifa are actual cats. So you could have, like, different breeds of cat.
Absolutely,
Aside from one base cat, at different colors, like green.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
can have yourself a Spanish fold Mifa.
we could have very easily seen a Mifa club. Well, if there was a Mifa club, we could have seen something from the Mifa club. You know what? We need more Mifa main characters anyway. That's why we only had Kawaii-chan.
Nerd.
Like, we need more Mifa in general. We don't know anything about their culture. We know they come from Tula, and we know that they're specifically Asian coded. Specifically because of, Kawaii-chan's last name.
And also Michi's first name. Yeah, and I think, and also I don't know, Michi at one point also wrote something as Michi-chan, so that's apparently not just that wasn't as a unique thing that the Kawaii-chan's at the end, or maybe Michi just tried to copy Kawaii-chan because, she kept on trying to one-up her. I don't know.
You fell
I think
from
Michi
heaven.
tried to copy Kawaii-chan at one point.
Can
I guess that means she's a copycat.
not believe I thought that.
Yeah.
Wait, are you hitting on me?
Oh no, sweet cheeks, I would never. I am simply complimenting you on your physical beauty. I can admire, can I not?
I mean, yeah, but you don't gotta
It's
give me
like
some
me
lame
at
pickup
every girl.
Mm-hmm.
lines to do it.
They were pretty lame.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, this is what you should take a lead from Caitlin's book. Actually, we've all heard what her pickup lines are like. Hey, you're pretty. Oh God, please take me. I'm so alone.
Oh, come on, I'm trying.
If no one gets that, go and look up Aphmau pickup line videos and see the ones on her actual channel. It's one of the two that she had reacted to in person. I can't remember which one it is.
I didn't mean to offend. I'll try harder next time.
There isn't gonna be a next time, dude. Thanks for trying.
Hey, you know what? She's being polite about it. The old Kaden would have chased him off with fire fists by now.
Cute. Come on, let's go.
Dude, the blue-haired chick is hot!
Ugh, that was weird.
No,
Why? Case in point in Kaylin attracting the cat people.
Oh, that went up my nose.
Like, Caitlin, for some reason, is surrounded by kitty cat.
Maybe that's why we don't see that many Mifa guys, because in Phoenix Drop High, all the boys we saw were in love with Aphmau pretty much. So I guess all the Mifo was so focused on Caitlyn that we never saw any of them.
We never saw any of them. They were all following Caitlyn around while Aphmau was over here attracting the humans and the werewolves at the same time.
Oh, well, yeah, pretty much.
I thought it was hilarious. Not for you, of course, but just knowing what you were gonna say.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't dealt with
you, of course.
Oh my, yeah. Right.
people hitting on me
I don't
since high
think
school.
I was supposed to be as funny as Aphmau meant it in this script.
No, it's like the last episode. The last episode of My Street was too funny. It's called Aphmau in Pain. You think you're going to see Aphmau, in pain and recovering, and you do, granted. You see how much, Aaron cares for her and all that stuff, but it's also laced in with, way too many jokes. Just the way that it's all, comedically timed. Yeah, that was a weird thing from last time, but yeah, too many jokes.
Your beautiful self at home all the time, so...
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Excuse me, ma'am. I wanted to apologize about my friend over there.
Huh?
You see, he just got out of a divorce and...
Oh, son of a bitch.
Huh?
Yeah, and now I get to read more comments on the video, because this is what I was waiting for.
I bet the comment section has a lot to say about him.
Yeah, Fart Looper says, I actually almost cried when Kai and Aphmau were reunited. I was a bit mad. I started growling. And this comment has 19 replies. Honestly, I did too. Me too. Me and my friend just screech Kai sucks. That's something I like to call wet anger. Why?
Wet anger?
Wait, hold on. Mika the Blowfish. I know it was 3 years ago, but what are you trying to say?
There are obviously two types, Jacob. Wet anger and dry anger. Wet anger, seethes and bubbles like boiling water. While dry anger is kind of like grr, anger, rawr, rawr XD.
And that is the dictionary definition according to Ghosty. Rawr, grr, XD.
Rawr XD.
You know what? That could actually be like a section on your channel. Just the dictionary of Ghosty, where you go through a bunch of words people send you in the comments, and then you give your own like weird definitions of them.
There's a reason that happens a lot, especially here.
Mm-hmm. All right, and also mood with all spaces and capital D for some reason. Replies to Nexus. Oh, you growled, I hissed, says Nexus, and then Mood says to that, ew, furry. I guess because you're hissing like a cat, I don't know. But then also you would be able to growl like a dog, so what's the difference?
Also, there's some missed potential with Kai here. He could have been an orange tabby Mifwa.
I suppose. Who else gets as emotional as me during these series, and who else forgets this is Minecraft? that's not related to Kai. I didn't see that one before. Oh, here we go. Yes. So Af. Long story short, he had a crush on Caitlyn. Aaron. Oh, me. Clean up on Alili. 3. Tea has been spilled.
Clean up on Alili 3.
So yeah, that was the one that I was reading before, and also apparently the way that Aaron says "oh" is especially funny. So let's get to that now.
Caitlyn?
Kai?
Huh?
And Aphmau just registered that's Aphmau next to her.
Kai?
Aphmau doesn't recognize.
It is. Yeah. Donkey!
No way! Mother of Irene, it's been so long!
Wow! I was not expecting to see you
pause it
here.
for a second.
No one was.
Mother of Irene? We don't know. What?
Yeah, that's they've used that expression before. So
I know, but it just makes me think, Who is the actual mother of Irene?
Yeah, we never actually get confirmation of that.
We didn't
I mean,
get
who knows? Maybe it actually was a version of Sylvana that lived like a long time before Diaries even happened.
Like, maybe, but as we figured out, like, with Diaries people and My Street people, it isn't exactly a one-to-one sometimes.
No, that's very true, because you know Nekoet exists already in Bangkok University, and Kawaii-chan has definitely not given birth. No one make a fan fiction out of that.
Like,
I know you.
Malachi and Levin are adults. Meanwhile, Aphmau in Minecraft Diaries adopts them both as children, and one of them is dead.
I got the food. Huh?
Oh, and also Lilith is just like you know, they babysit her at one point. Yeah.
Who's this? A friend?
Yeah. A longtime friend we haven't seen since high school. Oh, man.
Well, nice to meet you, buddy.
Same.
Here, babe.
Thanks.
Anyway,
Wow, he's like, I'm off to get drinks. Gets one poopsie.
So sorry about my friend.
Well, he only got one taco. Meanwhile, he said he was going to grab extra food.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
He's just really forward and can be stubborn at times.
Oh, well, I appreciate you taking the time to come over and tell me that.
No problem. I just don't.
You know, he's probably used to it by this point. It's like, oh, good grief, get over it.
Don't want anyone to, you know, get in bad spirits at this event. Hey, we're just getting settled in with our stuff, but would you guys want to catch up sometime? I'd love to catch up with you, Caitlin.
What about Aphmau?
Oh, and Aphmau too.
What?
And Aphmau's just like, what?
Yeah, this is again, you know, one of the things where, you know, that Aiden pointed out is why Kai sucks video, which now we know there's 19 people that agree, or 20 people that agree with him.
Sure, I'd love that.
Perfect. Here, this is my business card, but I also have my cell on it. Feel free to hit me up anytime. See you guys later.
You have a business card? Fancy.
Who was that?
Just some guy Aphmau had a crush on back in high school.
Like, I'd like to imagine that this guy was like, grew up to be some kind of graphic designer. That's why he's swanky enough to have a business card and be carrying it around at a vacation spot.
You know what? That's fair, because I actually in the graphics class that I took like 6 years ago, like one of the things that we did work on was like how we make our own business cards.
What?
I talked to you about this in high school, remember?
I thought that was a guy you made up just to make me jealous.
Why?
Why?
Why would Aphmau of all people do that? Like, I know that that's a thing that some toxic people do. It's like, oh, you know, it's gonna make him more attracted to me if he's jealous and thinks that somebody else is after me. And
like that, and isn't it established that you two were like taking a break in Aphmau's second year of high school?
Yeah, it's like we're gonna take a break and not date, but also I'm going to make you want to date me.
No, he was real, and he was a jerk. At least back then he was. It was the day that I called you crying, remember?
Woo!
My favorite episode.
Good to know.
Maybe he's changed?
Nope, impossible. People don't change. That's
Travis, hello?
out of character.
Okay, and this is where I bring up my last comment. This comment someone left 4 years ago, probably about to be 5. You know, the video. That's how that works usually. And someone quoted here, "People don't change. That's out of character," says Travis. You know, why, Travis? After all my theorizing about you, yeah. Guess who wrote that comment? Me. I did. What the heck, Travis? What? I've covered your progression as a character for years now.
You've covered your progression, but let's remember that he's trying to, as I figured out from watching actual, like, other men in the wild, is that dating is
hello there, this is Men in the Wild.
Like, people get protective of each other. Wow, I'm a lesbian observing men. This has never happened before.
Oh my word! Again, video for your channel. Lesbian observes men. I'm giving you these ideas. You know.
You're giving me ideas, but also I don't have time for all of these ideas because I like scripted content. But I'm kind of drowning in scripts right now.
Yeah, see that. Yeah, see that's the thing. I mean, you at least right now you don't have to. You don't. You know that have like not having a schedule is good because with me I have to try and be like, okay, I need to post something. That's partly why I started doing so many streams and Walking Wednesdays because I don't have to edit them as much.
Like there is one thing I want to do. An AFMAO like 5 year later retrospective.
Oh well, like are you waiting for like the end of season 6 for that or?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough then.
All right, everyone, it's time to limbo.
Yeah, that guy is not playing Limbo properly. He's just like, woo, woo, woo.
Ooh, I love Limbo.
Let's do that and forget Cat Guy. Come on.
Or in the words of Kirito from Sword Art Online Abridged, oh look, literally anything else. Let's pay attention to it. One of my favorite quotes from that show.
My guess is you just want to relax here.
Yes, please. Can we?
We came to the party with everyone. Let's relax away from the party.
Sounds good to me. So, tell
being a hypocrite about change. Exactly. He went from shy boy to you know neighborhood perv. Actually, no, that's not fair. Second neighborhood perv after Dante. And also, again, I covered his progression. By this point, The Truth About Travis, the video, had been out for 10 days. It hadn't picked up its traction yet, but it was there. And I was
Travis
like,
being a hypocrite about change. Yeah.
Someone acknowledge it.
Tell me about this Kai.
Long story short, he had a crush on Caitlyn.
Ooh.
And that was the O, okay?
He's like, spill the tea, baby.
Hypocrite, I see. Agent Rowan, my favorite line ever. There you go.
I can't wait until we actually get to next season.
Oh, this is new. Well, it's not new, it's 5 years old, but it's new as an end card. AFMAO backpack and lunchbox here. Actually, this might have been the backpack that I saw one time, because I have come across exactly one AFMAO fan in real life after I've introduced him to AFMAO, because obviously I knew Addy in real life, but I got him into AFMAO way after we both moved. In fact, AFMAO didn't have a channel when we both moved. Anyway, so yeah, I saw someone wearing that backpack, and I was like, "Whoa, you've got an AFMAO backpack! I love AFMAO." And then she's like, "Oh, okay." Like, no, come back.
Come back! You're supposed to nerd out with me about this kid show.
Yeah, I think that might have. I don't know if that was before Truth About Travis or not, because I think I said Truth About Travis itself that it's like, oh, none of my followers are AFMAO fans. No one's gonna really pay attention to this video and such. You know, obviously it became my most popular by a long shot for several, up until this very day. But at this point, I was like, no one's gonna see it. And then it's like, oh wow, look at that! Someone who talked to me about AFMAO. Like I got so like intrigued by the idea, but fortunately enough, by that point, the comment section, that's where I got picked up my habit of comment section and stuff, which is why I love doing what ifs. Speaking of which, I tried to render a what if before this stream actually happened. Vegas ran into an error, so I have to start all over again. So anyone waiting for that project on the Butter Bunch. Actually, wait, you're not waiting on here, are you? You'll be waiting on YouTube. I can't really tell you that right now. But yeah, basically, that's why it was delayed. Oh, I don't know why I'm still playing it. We can just...
Yeah, you might want to, make a community post about that. About the delay.
Actually, you know what? We can do that on the Butter Bunch now because actually, I realized why it was that I got Community Tab early from YouTube. It's because they changed the required number from 1,000 to 500 for Community Tabs. Yeah, they didn't announce that. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I have a Community Tab now. That's clearly a mistake because I'm at 900 and something, along those lines. They're like, oh well, you know, I guess I better use this now. But yeah. Oh no, I realized it was from Toby. Oh well. Miscommunication. Miscommunication, I see. No.
Miscommunication, I see.
All right. Anyway, that was my ears and tail, which an episode which was curiously enough devoid of ears and tail.
Well,
I mean,
if you count the like little ear pokes out of the hat,
which I don't really.
Like we still technically see her ears. They're just like a little boops.
Just like, and now for the grand reveal, Aphmau as a werewolf. Everyone's like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you like be surprised. But after this episode, the community on Reddit exploded with fan art.
Oh, actually, maybe that's why they didn't show it right out, because maybe they wanted to see the fan art submissions first and see what the people wanted. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's entirely possible. It's the same reason that I don't write Alphawitch Academy in advance, because like every time an episode that comes out, there's always like a buzz about what could happen next. So yeah, I don't know.
Like, to be honest, that could be the flaw with my approach of making, you know, all of Monster Compendium before it airs.
Yeah, actually, that's something that Monet mentioned as well in that big stream, was the fact that because everything was planned so far in advance, it's hard to actually take advice and feedback into consideration, because everything is already jotted down. And I can see that actually. In fact, that very much used to be my approach with the Musen Girl, was that I maybe like wrote an episode or two ahead or something like that, and just let the characters actually drive that forward. It's only when I actually decided, okay, I need to finish this season by the end of 2019, that I was like, okay, I'm going to write this all in advance. I'm going to see where I actually plan this to go. But that was only like 3 episodes or so. Eventually, we end up going overboard and writing an entire season that has not aired yet. So that's when I put my foot down and was like, yeah, we're not going to season 4 yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna see how this is received, and we're going to actually take people's thoughts into consideration.
Meanwhile, as me with Monster Compendium, before the actual episode comes out, I'm going to put out a pilot to get that reception and be like, okay, this is the stuff I change. This is the stuff I keep for the first episode when it officially is. Yeah.
You're taking more of a TV approach, actually. That's one thing people forget about most TV shows, is the fact that especially for animation, so there's some of those episodes are planned like a year ahead, and all that other time and extra time is preparation for it. So
like usually with animation takes a hell of a long time.
Well, yeah, that's why there's always that delay. So people always like, oh, you know, this episode just came out. This decision was obviously very recent, or in response to this thing that just happened, or something. It's like, more often than not, no, just because of how that works. Even live action, to an extent. I don't know. It's a complicated thing. Then again, I was actually an extra in a live action TV show one time, which didn't actually air for a few months until after that one was filmed. That was episode 4 that I was in. So. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because after it's filmed, the footage needs to go to the editors, and depending on the length of the episode, that can take anywhere from, I don't know, like a month to a couple of months.
Well, there you go.
It just depends on the complexity of what the director wants.
Yeah, which makes what Aphmau did of like having like the response here with either what fans wanted or what she was actually able to do, not going through that process, and also releasing these episodes so quickly and filming the process at the same time as actually as the release was going on. That just makes that all the more impressive. That's why Aiden and I actually said in that stream we were talking about about the musical stuff, we wish we could do that with Gacha, but it just is not feasible.
Like it's not feasible, mostly because you guys do not have what Aphmau has by the time these episodes come out. which is an actual team in a studio with you to help you produce content instead of like various child procrastinators.
Honestly, yeah, true. But honestly, even before that, even when it was just Jess and Jason doing their thing, they still had the somebody who had a background in coding and actually years of experience with editing as well and doing daily uploads pretty much since 2012. So that they had that down at least. But yeah, who knows? Maybe
they had that down while Jason was also running a full-time job to support the family.
Yeah, again, makes it still pretty impressive.
I say very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's like the big thing about it. That was like how on earth did this show even exist? That's one of the most miraculous things, like how it actually all tied together.
This show existed because Jess is full of beans and plot holes.
That's true.
There's enough plot holes in the first few seasons of My Street that you can legally call it Swiss cheese.
There you go, and also make a drinking game out of it. Which reminds me, we need to do another one of those videos on your channel sometime.
Yeah, probably in the future, like another live stream or something.
Yeah, I have not eaten yet, so I'm gonna go doing that after this.
But before you go, say when the next episode is.
What a great idea! You know, I'm glad when someone actually helps me with my segues, because normally I start a segue and I get cut off in the middle of a sentence. Somebody knows how it works, at least.
I know your segues. That in the one time Aiden hosted when you were on vacation, he completely forgot to say when the next episode was. And I was so disappointed.
See,
because I didn't actually remember.
Yeah, here's the thing. Aiden's idea of a segue is, so anyways, next thing I'm going to say. So anyways, next thing I'm going to say right now is the episode. So that will be Kawaii-chan's ex-boyfriend. Oh, God.
Oh, no. The one of my least...
We went from Kai being introduced to Kawaii-chan's ex-boyfriend as a title.
Like Kawaii-chan's ex-boyfriends. Wow, if it isn't more people at Starlight.
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to, be hard to get tickets to this place?
Yeah, it's adding validity to what that commenter said before about the fact that, yes, it is meant to be hard. How all these people... I mean, it was already a coincidence that Ivy and Tioni were at Love Paradise, but you know what? That can happen sometimes. That's okay. One time using that is all right. But then, like, every single person...
We need to have all the characters here because plot.
You know what? There's actually a series that Mona introduced me to called Most Popular Girls in School that does that exact thing for season 5. But they draw attention to the fact that it's like a huge excuse. They just have like a bunch of people like, oh, what are you doing on this plane to Paris? Like, oh, well, we have an international game or something. It's like, what? An international game? That sounds ridiculous. Well, the committee of the players said something. And then eventually they get to the last character who comes on and it's just like, what? Why are you here? Well, because because plot. No, he just says, I just want to be in this season, okay? That's
basically Travis at Love Paradise.
I mean, he should have been there to begin with, actually, because they had a ticket for him. That might be why we didn't get in trouble for, traveling via explosion to it.
By the way, that isn't, physically possible with the law of quantum dynamics. Normal.
It's not physically possible with the law of biology of human existence.
It's not feasible via the laws of anything.
Yeah, via the laws of how feathers work and don't explode.
Unless Travis, because of the exploding feathers, briefly became an angel of Irene, I don't believe he wasn't dead when he landed in Love Paradise.
You know something? I would love if this VOD, gets the attention that some of the ones I've got recently have had. There's a chance that someone actually do this. Could someone please make a Reddit forum talking about that explosion and theorize about how powerful that explosion would have had to have been to see where Love Live Paradise actually is. I want that to become like a thread on Reddit and then be sent to MatPat to continue. I want an Aphmau theory on MatPat's channel about the explosion that sent Travis over.
Oh,
and then
God.
I want a video of Aphmau reacting to that because he's friends with MatPat. And she's like, oh no, what has happened? What have I done?
There are spoofs of MatPat's voice, you know. So
I mean, yes, the problem is if I did one of those, then yes, I could theoretically do that because I mean I'm kind of known for impressions at this point. But also the thing is I would have to like know how to do all the calculations and such. I mean, Monet holds my mathematics skills in high regard, but they're not that high. So yeah. Travis has plot armor. That's why he survived and traveled by one detective for a reason. Actually, when I was researching the truth about Travis before that theory came out, one of the things I came across in the wiki was about Minecraft Diaries and about his Diaries counterpart. I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something in his Diaries counterpart that has carried over somehow. And then I saw in the description of there, it said, Father, the Demon Warlock. So I was like, oh, yeah, well, in the video, I think I say, remember who his dad was in Minecraft Diaries. And lo and behold, everyone in the comments was like, oh, what do you think about Travis's dad? Is he the snake-eyed man or something at the time? Because that was like what they called him, the Demon Warlock or whatever he would turn out to be. I said, I'm not going to talk about that. But turns out I was right all along because then you find out the Demon Warlock, like in Travis's body, has such powerful essentially plot armor that he can get stabbed, draw the sword through his own body, and heal instantly. If you can do that, then you might as well survive exploding feathers. Why not?
Why not?
So yeah, sometime down the line, there's like really small smidgens of the truth about Travis theory that actually end up getting proven right. And that's enough for me because I knew that it was ridiculous by the time I posted it. Anywho, I never said the date of the video. So we are talking about Kawaii-chan's ex-boyfriends next time. I want that thread, by the way. But I will check in on people if that thread exists or not on the 26th of August, which is the date of the next episode, Kawaii-chan's ex-boyfriends. Same time, same place, 5 years later. Until then, please leave a like or dislike. I drop my phone because your opinion matters. And subscribe if you haven't already. Follow if you're on Twitch or whatever. And also subscribe to Ghosty. Maybe we'll see one of those videos I mentioned. Maybe we'll get let's get one dictionary video in there. I want to see what that looks like. But yeah, if you're not too busy, obviously. But yeah, in the meantime, until next time, farewell.